The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. We are into 983, tiptoeing our way towards episode 1000, where we will have some cool announcements. We may tell you some more about that on the next episode. But this, our first episode of 2022. That is, I say it hesitantly as I look around for 2022, just in case that bitch is in the room.
It is.
I said it respectfully. We're here. We did not spend New Year's Eve together, guys. Last year we rang it in all in the same room doing a New Year's Eve live stream. Our introduction to our new video incarnation. So that was pretty cool. This year we all spent it separately, I think. I was in Colorado Springs with Sam Damaris.
Home of the Black Klansman. I just always have to say that every time I hear it.
I can rehash that night. I can tell you what I remember from it. I know I came home with a lot of whiskey from our good friend Nate Williams out in Aurora, Colorado. Some Stranahan's Blue Peak, some Sherry Cask, some original of their single malt, and then he threw in a bottle of James and Jack for Sam and I.
I'm really happy that made it home.
It did indeed. I am
because
impressed.
It was not with Sam?
It was.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
He got the sugars now.
That's
right.
That's what's impressive. He just had to hear it in the back seat.
Wow.
The whole way
the
back.
Sugars are preserving
the
coffers.
we drank. I don't drink much anymore, right? Like I'm pretty much. Except for the podcast on Mondays, where I imbibe a little bit, my nights of going out are just, they don't happen. Mm-hmm. So when everyone showed up to the club with whiskey, and there were fans and friends from people we did Painted Vegas with, and people that we knew from Colorado, and all these people, they all wanted to do shots in the club is fun. And then Nate brought all this whiskey, and the club had bought us a bottle of Stranahan's.
Good time.
We celebrate. I did not get really messed up until after my second show, but somewhere after my second show, between me saying goodnight and when I woke up in the green room at 4:00 in the morning.
Damn, man.
I found my way upstairs like a cat trying to die under a house. Yeah. I snuck up there, I curled up in a ball, and then around 4 I managed to hear everybody closing up, and I crept back down in the middle of a blizzard, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're still here?" And I was like, "Yeah, get me to the hotel."
Take a nap.
They did. They got me to the hotel in a blizzard. It was Sam and his girl left me. Like I was, we looked. I was like, "Bitch, I was on the couch."
No,
it wasn't like,
oh my God.
He's like, I looked upstairs. I was like, how? Like this? Like,
I wonder if he's up there.
Did you crane your neck? No. So him and her bounced on me, and then the next morning I wake up. And I'm like, man, just the headache and the dry mouth, and you're like, oh, I gotta get to this airport. And dude, I opened the blinds, not the curtains. It was the first snow of the year for Colorado Springs, so they didn't really prep, I guess. So everything was just
everywhere.
Oh, wet and sticky. And then it's 6 miles from the hotel, 6.2 miles from the hotel to the airport.
Yeah.
And it was like an $80 Uber.
Yeah.
Because it was 26 minutes away from my car. And I was like, this isn't going to.
You didn't think about walking?
Right,
I'm just asking.
At that point, yeah. $80.
$80. You're like, this
6
is
miles.
fucking
How far is 6 miles? I've done 6 miles before. Not in a snowstorm with a backpack.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the Army.
Yeah, you could have did it.
You look like you're moving better.
Dude,
Sleeping on that green room couch fix you.
2 days ago was the not New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day when I got home, it finally loosened up for the first time, and it's not right, but it was. I've slept
better.
Oh yeah, I'm like
You seem different.
Very
awesome.
You're moving better.
Fuck. But
Yeah.
it was. I was in bad. New Year's Eve sucked. I was the whole way to the show, and mercifully, maybe it was just being on stage for 2 hours that loosened me up, because it went away. You know how adrenaline does. It's gone when you're on stage, and then I was just catatonic that night, so who knows?
That's what happened. You finally got drunk enough.
You finally got knocked the fuck out.
You know what? Yeah, it's one of those things. Like they say, if you're passed out in a car, if you're asleep in a car crash, you have a better chance of surviving or something like that. Or if you, my buddy, A million years ago. We were like 20 something. Okay. And he used to get blackout drunk and disappear all the time. We were at the beach one night, and we're up on the
cat burglar.
We're up on. Oh, it's hilarious. He left my house one night. We were going out. We had all come back a little bit drunk, and we were trying to figure out how we were reconvening to go back out. And then suddenly he's gone, and we found him just blocks away, laying in a soccer field in just fetal position. He was. It's a. I don't know. It's a weird mechanism.
Blocks away in the fetal.
I think your body finally just relaxed enough to let whatever
it
was
that's
slip
why
back
I say
into
that.
place.
When we went to the beach one time, we were all up on the this big balcony hanging out on this party, and he had been there, and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
And we were like, Paul must have wandered off or whatever. And he had been sitting on the railing and blacked out and just gone over. And full blown, he had fallen into a position on the ground, no injuries whatsoever, not even a bruise, but blacked out when he fell. So I guess the human body not fighting,
Yeah, relaxes shit. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel better. So
that's fucking good.
What'd you do?
You lied. Oh man, well, how do I say it? I took a something recreational.
Okay.
Which made me cry. That's the best way I mean, that was my fucking New Year's Eve.
Something recreational that made
anal?
you cry. Thought he bought a ticket to his own show.
Yeah, right? Woo! That's really funny.
Tell me your claws ain't out. Damn,
no.
I got scratched.
No, that's really funny. No, I did a lot, man. No,
Good.
No, it was important to get those. It was the first time I was like crying, like wanting to be consoled, but glad I was alone. But then also like all right, this how conscious the shit made me. I'm in my closet.
I like how these are context clues to an audience trying to guess what recreational.
Right,
and
exactly, right. I'm laying on the ground. I'm laying in my closet crying. This is how conscious I am of everything that's happening. In the middle of me crying, I'm like, this is important. And I just went back to crying. And then I went back to
those
crying.
moments,
Yeah, it's like, you need this tray? Like, it was like,
You need this. You got to do this.
This is important. Yeah, and I went back to crying. But, like, I pretty much just, I did that. And, of course, I wasn't, yeah, it was important.
You didn't go out anywhere. You stayed at home in the closet.
I went out and I found out I helped a good friend of ours become a better father. That was good to find that out. And
good on you.
I avoided my mom. I was next door to her for her birthday. Her birthday's New Year's Day.
Okay.
So they were all celebrating New Year's Eve. I was next door to her, and I didn't go.
Well, yeah, because you're all recreational stuff. You're
and the thing is, she said
you're not on a trampoline crying over the fence.
She said she would have done them with me.
That's
if I would have brought them. But somebody said, don't do that. Then she would have been aware that she should leave your father. You know what I mean?
You could open up some portals you don't want to open up.
You don't want to.
You know what I mean?
And somebody asked me, it was like, would you be disturbed? Like, would you be, would you feel some? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm an adult. And I just kind of see that as their life. And they've gotten to a point now where I kind of view them separately already.
Right.
Like
something they don't.
Yeah. No, but my dad.
You got different adult when you're a kid. I imagine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been in a unit that actually made sense. But
that was
split
before
up when I was 8. That was like 8. So, but as a kid,
you're kind of conscious of it a little bit, right?
Yes. But then past that, like all those memories have replaced all those other memories. Gotcha. I don't really have a concept of viewing parents as a unit, right? But I vaguely do from those early years, just vaguely, where you're like, oh, they were this, but my whole life from 8, when your brain's hardening up, viewed. I mean, they were just two totally separate people. So
yeah, gotcha.
That's interesting to even have a concept of. Yeah. Oh, like a parental unit.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's good and they're doing shit together, but now it's so. I mean, I recommended she get a boyfriend because my dad's so boring. To which she replied, "I can't believe you would suggest that to me." I'm like, well, you need it. Like, I mean, like, what do you want me to say, Mom? At this point, I am your husband. Like, he's so mushed
You guys should eat some fungi together. You should. You guys should. That's why would you not? Why would you not?
Yeah.
Open that woman's mind. She's already hanging out the car door. Unlock that bitch. You know what I mean? That's why you gonna drag her down the road. Let this woman walk.
Oh man, so we didn't do it or whatever, but
Hey, it's on the table.
not now. Now she's like, well, I'm too old for that now. Bitch, it was one birthday. What the fuck are you talking about?
And start with a low dose. Don't open her mind too much because that shit's like underwear. You stretch it out, it's stretched out.
Right? Exactly. Damn,
Yeah,
this
you
is a
can't
2X now.
Put that back in a box.
Yeah, you can't.
I know a little something about stretched underwear.
Yeah.
Well, to you guys, I raise a glass. We're into the Blue Peak. Thanks, Nate, for the bottles. We love you.
Some more.
All of the
Some more,
support to
man.
all of you have been sending whiskey and love and the things. We'll get through these as we tip into the year. Man, this is too good to even shoot. I'm gonna just kind of
Sip it.
I'm gonna swirl it around in my mouth a
It
little
was
bit.
amazing.
JW, what'd you do?
Oh, I shot it, but
No,
I
for
felt-
New Year's, you
Oh,
jackwagon.
New
That's
It's Eve.
I saw you do
Oh, I shot that motherfucker.
I'm
He not dead.
I'm the
Okay.
boring married guy of the bunch. You know? I didn't do shit because everybody around me is catching goddamn COVID, so I didn't go anywhere
You'll get me
and
on a
do
tangent.
anything. And I stayed. Well, our oldest was having their very first. It's like a online with all their online gamer friends. A New Year's Eve party, and they were doing stuff for the different time zones and shit.
Right.
So we just kind of facilitated that and hung out and had some drinks. And the youngest one, he tried to make it to midnight. He didn't quite make it. And
That's
by the time we got him to bed and unpissed off,
mm-hmm.
I turned around and looked at her, and I was like, oh, it's 11:59. She goes, no, it's not, and kissed me. And then I was like, okay, cool. New Year.
If I didn't have a show, and I've had, I think outside of the COVID years, I've had shows almost every year.
I don't do a lot on New Year's. It's amateur hour. It's not.
Yeah.
I still have not.
I don't like being around people that aren't used to being
I'm usually
drunk.
asleep
I
by
like my
11.
drunk's professional.
St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, none of those are go-out holidays for me. New Year's Eve is the worst of them all. That's just people who haven't done shit all year trying to do shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Now, I've been doing shit all year. I'm trying to not do shit.
Yeah, it's always, I generally bring it in at home with Rach, just unless I get booked somewhere.
Gig is a gig, man. It was. I'm very grateful to Colorado. That's a home club for me, and we sold out 2 shows, and we got a little bonus money. It was a good
Weekend.
Well, you needed it, man.
yeah. It was a really nice.
But most of my New Year's Eve have been spent in church at them watch meetings.
A lock-in?
Not really a lock-in.
What's a watch meeting?
I don't even fucking know. Like
Y'all,
I don't know.
Where were y'all
this
in
is the thing.
2020?
I don't know if it's an acronym or literal.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if watch stands
I am
for
the Night's
something.
Watch.
Yeah,
No.
like wise and I don't fucking know technical church hostess. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck.
I know. I felt like Texas put me in church when they closed the goddamn liquor stores on Saturday.
wait, what?
Oh, what?
New Year's Day, they closed the liquor stores. So this New Year's Day was on Saturday.
Wait, liquor stores are open on Saturday, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Why
Except
they-
it's New Year's Day.
It's a holiday.
Holiday. And
And
they
that's
said, no, we
that's
ain't
that
doing
blue
it.
law horse
So
shit.
wait, what happens when New Year's Eve falls on a Sunday? Liquor stores are closed?
On Monday.
Yeah. And then
No,
on
but I mean
Monday-
they're closed on Sunday
They're
too,
closed on
and
New
Monday.
Year's Eve
and on Monday.
yeah.
So what you gonna do, Slade?
The same thing I did this year.
Yeah.
Get
Go
hired.
somewhere else.
Get
Go
high, yeah,
somewhere
right? Go
else.
somewhere else
Yeah.
when this bullshit don't exist.
That's a
Go somewhere that's not being ruled by the Christian majority.
This was wild. If you at church, right? When you do church at New Year's Eve,
Why do you go? I was
That-
Pentecostal. We
I
went
was
to a
a-
lot of church, and I never remember New Year's Eve church.
well, we were the other thing. So,
Like, what do y'all do at New Year's Eve church?
I mean, it's a big musical. There's a lot of,
okay.
it's black church, so it's fun. It's
It's a
just,
party.
it's a concert, really.
right.
Everybody singing songs, and they got a way of, I will say,
Does
they
it-
got a way of scheduling it where
So it goes till
it's
midnight.
entertaining till midnight.
What time does it start? Like 3 in the afternoon? It's black church. I
Probably 8
imagine.
at night.
Okay.
No, you probably in there about 4 hours.
All
And
right.
there's an intermission. Not like they make one. It's
There's
just
a point
part
where
of
everybody's
church
like, "Hey,
where
fuck it."
everybody's taking a smoke break.
Do they do it during a bad song, or do they do it during like a boring preacher? Or do they do it during?
Yeah, so that'd be the thing. It's usually like
Bro, if you walked out during my sermon,
yeah.
because the lights are on, bro.
I might throw a little bit of a bitch about that.
That's not a comedy club.
This
I
is
can,
not time to smoke, you some bitches. Wait till they get up here and sing Amazing Grace
I
again.
can tell
Sit your
you.
ass down.
bunch of viral videos of this of pastors calling people out for walking. And I mean,
I'm about to talk y'all about this book y'all don't know about.
Yeah, this book y'all know about.
You'll
Yeah,
show up with your questions and watch me walk out.
Just fucking with you, same book.
no, but they'll do same book. But they'll do that. They'll it'd be like it'd be like 3 or 4 guys that go up, and they're all doing about 20 minutes. The last guy, he's closing, so he fucking
You
go
got
as long
open
as he
pulpit
want.
night?
Yeah, and then they'll dude, it's not like open, but it's
You
like
just all bring a
show.
devotional and everybody's got 10 their 10-minute their thing, and then
Imagine
you
the
put
Kings of Comedy, but Jesus, like
right,
you know what
the
I
Whiskey
mean?
Brothers Christmas show.
Yeah, it's just, but it's for fucking 4 hours, and they're singing, and it carries on. It's like some excitement is
Less
there,
or more fighting.
but they don't. Way less. But
surprising.
no kiss at midnight.
Oh, it's all sanitized.
It's like
'cause
it's
church.
all fucking. You know what
You
I
can't
mean?
get all tonguey. Not even a.
No shots, no none of that. So
Y'all can't. They don't give grape juice to everybody at like 11:50.
no communion. You're just there or whatever.
Everybody gets a cup.
Best part about black church though, they do shoot their guns after the fucking. So
Now it's
yeah,
sounding more like
my
Pentecostal
mom's
church.
birthday's New Year's Day. She didn't almost got shot. She's like, I'm happy to see another year. It's like I know you just dodged a fuckload of bullets.
Right, it's your fault
Day
for being
one.
born on a Mexican neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Harmon said, "King of Kings of Comedy."
Kings of comedy.
That's
I'm trying to convince my dad to do CBD communion crackers.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, damn. Right? Damn. All the things copyright whiskey, brother. I'm trying to fucking.
Back of house is in on it.
Because I looked this up. They
Uh-huh.
don't exist.
No CBD communion
No
wafers.
CBD communion. No, and dude, it's.
Bro.
If all I'm saying is this, Slade, they already say it's the body of Christ.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't you want to actually feel like it?
I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
That's
Jesus' body is weed bread.
What are the
I mean, right? If it's gonna, if it's,
what are the,
There's actually evidence that points to the anointing oil being cannabis oil.
wait, what?
Yeah, there's actually scientific evidence that points to
coming
the
back around.
original anointing oil was
Being
actually
cannabis oil?
cannabis oil.
nothing's new under the sun, ladies
Now
and gentlemen.
listen to you, Solomon. We all know our Bible. This is
Motherfucker was healing people.
wow.
Just saying.
My knee don't hurt anymore. CBD.
I
oil.
don't know it. I'm actually pitching this because I know you know people. You know how to scam. So show me. So show me how.
This Trey's
Captain
way of going, look,
Capitalist.
man, I know you know pot and I know you know crackers.
Right? You got all the 3 C's.
Let me get right on it.
Cannabis, crackers, and capitalism. You have all the 3 fucking C's I need.
Keep this motherfucker away from me.
I'll cut you in. I'll give you 12%.
Thank you for doing all the work.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Keep this motherfucker away from me. I'm gonna be secretary. What you
So,
talking about?
all right, hang on. So cannabis oil as anointing oil is new for me. But is there precedent for this? What are the rules? Is there a recipe? There's not a recipe in the Bible for Jesus crackers. But how would you? What are the criterion for how? If we didn't have any communion wafers and I sent you to the store, what are your options?
To go get these wafers?
Well, yeah. Do they
what are you
have to be
saying?
specifically communion
No,
wafers?
okay.
Can you come back with Nilla wafers? Can you like
no,
what
no,
are
no,
your?
no. So there, like, all right, there's stores that sell the Christian communion cracker,
Right,
Whatever
but
that
what's,
is.
But
What is that made of?
right.
I don't.
That makes it a communion
Styrofoam
wafer.
cup. I don't fucking know because you ever seen it? I don't even know the ingredients.
They taste like
Nothing.
packing peanuts.
Yeah, it's like you ate the sky.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not even
Yes.
anything.
There's
So
no substance to it.
no substance.
So-
So you should be able to infuse that.
Is it?
with
But here's
CBD.
the thing: is it supposed to be miserable? I don't know the symbology behind
Right.
it. Like, are you supposed to suffer a little bit?
No,
I-
it's not. It's not anything
No,
like that.
it's
It's
supposed
just
to
not
be.
supposed to be anything. It's just the body of Christ.
Which,
It's a symbolic. You're
Symbolic.
taking the body of Christ
But
into yourself.
why not
Right.
have an actual body high?
right.
If you ate some Jesus, you gonna be high, nigga. Like I don't think. No, what I'm saying. I think if I ate some
You
Jesus,
ain't gotta convince me.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. No. I'm
Fly. Like I mean, not fly,
Yeah,
but
to fly.
I've been getting high with Jesus a long time.
yeah. no, you eat some Jesus, something's happening.
Wheat with no yeast.
Wheat with no
okay.
yeast. It's okay.
That sounds like the whitest food I've ever heard
So
of.
How can we?
it won't
I just
rise.
hate that I didn't said it, and now I really want to get into this.
I don't think it's
I
a bad
would.
idea.
I think I could
Now,
make
here-
a lot of money.
Here's the question: how many
selling.
churches? You gotta. You
Okay, easy. You start with old because all them of us got body aches anyway.
It's from a
And
cataract.
I can just get up with a testimony. Hey, I flipped out a truck and all that goofy shit, and that's what I did.
Put my life together with
I
these
did
Jesus
CBD oil. I did it on my. I didn't take.
Comes from the earth.
I didn't take Vicodin. I didn't take pills.
Right.
I fucking rubbed my shit with and was doing yoga and got straight. But I'm
All
like,
right, but hang on. How do you
ahead.
know? And I only ask this because, and I'm pro all the research and all of the benefits of CBD and hemp and pot and all. I'm on team all of it.
Obviously.
However, I've never felt a personal benefit from CBD. Not a single.
really?
Not like the butter or the lotion. Not
None of that.
the-
Okay.
Even like smoking just straight CBD. Nothing has.
I have used that. I've used edibles, basically CBD edibles that have been very helpful for different kind of pain, like back pain and stuff.
Right.
And I've used CBD. So one of the things you do with CBD is if you get too high from a regular edible, you can eat a little CBD and detune
It'll
yourself.
bring that shit down.
Wow.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, they even
Not
make
alcohol.
they
You know,
make
everybody
a
do it
CBD
alcohol.
spray that you can spray in your throat that they
See?
carry at a lot of stores in Colorado.
Yeah.
That's
That if you overdo it, they can give you a little spritz and it can.
like a peppercorn.
Yeah, well, like
a
yeah,
peppercorn.
but real,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
real, but this one works.
But I don't. I've never felt an effect from CBD.
You shouldn't. It has no psychoactive effects whatsoever.
Right.
nothing.
Not like a high effect, but I mean
Yeah.
like even
The body.
like
well,
a.
it may not. It doesn't work on everybody either.
and
so
then a
that's-
higher
But
dosage, though, right,
CBD
too?
does have a lot of healing. Yeah,
Totally not
and,
arguing.
And what's
I've heard-
weird, I'll tell you this: up in Conroe, there's a store called Healthy Living that's run by evangelicals.
Okay.
I thought they were Mormons, but they promote a lot of CBD oils, and their big argument for it is the Timothy 4, everything under God is good.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I
You
just know, and I'm trying to pitch it on my dad. I'm trying to put the pitch together to my dad. My main shit is always just trolling him.
Of course.
You know, I'm in Bible class going.
Yeah.
So the Quran says, but
Yeah.
but
you
it-
win if your dad cries in the closet.
Have you ever won?
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. If he cries in the closet, that means we're finding out some deep shit. You're like, wait, you had a brother and you fucked him?
He
Like
cries
that's
in the closet, comes out in a pastel suit. Fuck.
yeah, yeah.
See, some rockstar boy. They say for fibromyalgia and some other. I've heard it about so many things from arthritis and everything else.
Rockstar Boy, that's my sister.
I have. Well, hi there. I have. But between like knee issues and backs. Pinch my all,
Yeah,
the,
your
all
shit-
the amount of shit. My body has been thrown down so many mountains.
It's
and
not effective for everybody.
It just I haven't. I wish it was. I have.
Yeah.
I even have a little bit of the stuff in there, and I'm just like I don't know how to make it. If I thought it would work, I'd
It
take a bath in that
doesn't.
shit.
It doesn't. Like there's another one that homeopaths push a lot. That's called Arnica,
CBD loofah.
and that one doesn't work on everybody. But I've had some good results with it here and there
Arnica.
for specific things.
What is it?
It's just it's a vitamin based. It's a
It's
a natural
one of those
thing.
things that I don't know what.
It's called
they are.
Arnica montana. It's a plant that they grind up, and you can use it as a tincture, or you can use it as like an edible type thing.
That's it. Do you think they know, like, as they experiment with all these new plants, they know ahead of time whether or not it's going to do something? Like, they do the chemistry on it before they stick it in their mouths now, right? We're not just willy-nilly.
I like to think that there's people out there still just like, man, will this get me fucked up?
That's what I wonder.
Like I
but the-
always wonder when people stopped. Like,
Well,
you know,
so-
like how many mushrooms did they eat before they got to the fun ones?
When did the right?
You know what I mean?
That takes care of Steve
And a lot
Dave.
of mushrooms kill motherfuckers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, you know, for like a long time in England, they wouldn't even eat tomatoes because they thought tomatoes was poisonous.
because of the
right?
pewter, right? The pewter. Yeah.
But they were still eating the fuck out of mushrooms, and
So-
mushrooms had literally killed people left and right.
But those mushrooms, that's a very specific type of mushroom that carries psilocybin, right? It's not all
Yeah.
mushrooms. So
No, but
they-
there's a lot of them that carry it.
mushrooms are dangerous. I don't know. I don't know how
can
you
get
tell all that.
psilocybin mushrooms, much like cannabis, grow in every climate and every continent,
Yeah,
all across the world.
field full of cow shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that when we were.
I tell
kid-
my
yeah.
buddy got busted. So there used to be a police station on Derry Ashford. It was called West Side Command. It was HPD station, and behind it there was a huge cow pasture. Right, this idiot friend of mine gets out there in his pickup truck, and I guess he's eating them out of the cow shit, as well as picking them with a spotlight. And they landed a helicopter. One of the helicopters landed on top of the police station. They're like, what is this idiot doing?
Wow.
So 4 officers walked out into the field and arrested him with felony amounts of
Oh,
Mushrooms.
and
mushrooms covered in cow shit.
Boy, that's an
and I like to think he probably had some on his lips.
I was gonna say that's an interesting night under those fluorescent lights.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine being brought in on a handful?
I've heard him tell the story, and he's like, I didn't fully realize what was happening to me until about a day later.
Yeah.
And it was only then that I realized how badly I'd fucked up.
I
when
promise
the
you.
lawyer was talking to me, and I went from fuzzy to sharp, and was like,
Yes.
oh no.
all that love you felt wasn't real.
Yeah.
And the lawyer's like, well, the good thing is everything you've said under the influence of this can be discounted.
Right.
The bad thing is they're definitely going to get you for possession.
Oh,
because it's in your system.
Which is ridiculous, man.
If it's in your system.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
won't
I
get
just
into
mean,
that
I mean,
big
yeah,
bitch
my
fest,
thoughts
yeah.
on, money. Yeah.
Motherfucker grows on the ground, I ought to be able to put it in my mouth. That should be the law.
What kind of style?
Drug laws, Trey.
His back doesn't hurt. He won't get into it.
Yeah.
If he's still mad, goddammit.
No, hear me out.
Fuck the system.
I need somebody to
Bro,
hear
I'm
me.
right there despite the back. It's a,
Agreed.
we ain't far, brother.
I'm a calmer fuck the system guy these days. I'm just like, I sit on my couch. I'm like, fuck the system.
yeah, I'm
If I gotta get off this couch, it's really gonna be fuck the system.
that's
As long as I got Netflix, I'll just.
I'm
fuck
more
the
write an
system.
angrily worded email to the machine.
The million-pound shit hammer of 100 emails.
That's yeah. I just don't, and I don't even have that anymore. It's the fight in me is just you really gotta almost walk in my living room to deserve. It's just the peripheral slapping people just on the going too fast in the lane next to me or too slow. I got to let go of all that.
I got a lecture on the phone from a lady at the IRS. Right, I was trying to get transcripts of my records and stuff, and she's like, "Well, why hadn't you paid your taxes?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, you low-level peon." That's what my brain's thinking. Right. But the older part of me that is just tired and doesn't want to fight was like, just get out of your system. And so she just rattled off all this stuff, and she's like, "So why do you pay your taxes?" I was like, "Well, I was on drugs for a long time." "Are you done?" And she goes, "Excuse me?" I said, "Are you done with your lecture?" And she goes, "Well, I was just trying." I was like, "Cool, bye." Click.
Nice.
That's so funny.
And Rachel's like, "Man, the old you would have really let her have it." I was like, I don't have it in me right now.
It's not worth. It's just not worth the fight.
It's just gonna make me mad.
I just love life.
That's
Well, that's because you cried it out in the closet.
Yeah, life is great. It's fantastic. It's great.
fantastic.
I don't even know what to fight.
That's
Loneliness.
What is the system? I don't even know what it is.
that's hilarious. I
Well,
wish
you don't understand what persecution
we
is.
were
Frank.
all
God.
as enlightened as you,
Yeah, I just.
but we're not all eating CBD Jesus crackers.
If you had any clue what it's like to be persecuted, you would.
I don't even. You ever just hear a word? You're like, oh, you're persecuted?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
You guys are cute.
You're the only black person at the table
Oh,
who
okay.
has been the victim of systemic racism and such.
Oh, what is that?
I'm Middle Eastern. Somebody told me I had a big nose once. So I get
right.
I ring in here.
Am I closer?
The Lebanese weren't well liked in the 80s.
I
I
had a
remember.
suntan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
PLA really
My
fucked
people
things
have
up.
struggled. No, I feel you. Buddy.
All right, so we got some things we're going to get into in the second episode because we didn't get to them here. But before we go, we got a few minutes to kill. Big plans going into 2022. Things you didn't do last year that you're going to do this year. What are you committed to? Anything?
Oh, my
I know, right?
God.
Big questions.
Yeah.
Jerry, you got a lot done last year.
Jerry, go ahead.
What's on your list of shit to accomplish?
Huh.
I don't really do like resolutions like that. My goals are just to be more focused on the task at hand. I feel like we're in the grind right now of trying to do things with this and trying to do things with our careers, and there's no shortcut to that. So I'm just focused on the grind right now.
Look at that. Look at that. What
You
you got to say about that?
I don't want to say nothing about it. I just figured you'd be in better shape the way you ran away from that question. You didn't really answer. You danced all around it, Jerry. The only time white people have rhythm is when they're dancing around fucking questions.
What about you?
She was
Cha-cha.
13. Huh? Wait, what? Wait.
He's giving you shit, but I remember the volleyball getting bumped to you. So, because I like the way you ran away from that thing Trey ran away from.
Well, I tried to answer it honestly because I used to do that. I used to write these things down and then, spend all year not fucking doing them.
Yeah.
So, well, you want me to fucking, I'm going to lose weight, Trey.
No, I'm just fucking.
I scrubbed all my shit. I'm not doing nothing
said
this year.
that to think of something.
This is the year I'm going to get skinny.
I was filibuster. That's my goal. I'm going to get skinnier than this. I want to, yeah. No,
Keep crying in the closet. That's a good start.
That's my new start.
200 calories a throw.
I actually got a good weight loss plan. Maybe I'll pitch it during the break. But I think what I'm gonna do this year, seriously, I think
don't involve sucking dick behind an Applebee's. Sorry, go ahead.
Jerry, these lips are unmolested.
You're so 2009.
I have not. Yeah, right. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, no, I think I'm gonna be more assertive this year. My dad brought that up to me. He said because you were the only boy in the house, you never had to practice fighting for what was yours.
Right.
Everybody was like, "That's the boys." It was your. So I never had to be assertive. So I've been practicing. I'm pretty good. A couple days in.
Shit.
Never mind your virginity or unmolested body or any of that you had to fight for. But
no, I didn't fight. I gave up.
Or a separate room from the hotel room or nothing. My share of the covers in the hotel room.
If it's based off speech and body language.
So what have you put your foot down on so far? Have you been assertive yet this year?
If I'm crying in the closet, don't fucking bother me.
Exactly. Get out of my closet.
That was one.
Bring me a water.
Out of my closet.
Jerry, answer the question.
If I call you a shitty dad, you don't like it, just deal with it.
Yeah. Get out of my closet. Yeah. No. Oh man, just basic shit. Just grocery store shit.
I got you.
I usually I'm the person.
Put that shit in a plastic bag.
I'm very nice. I hold the door, and I'll end up holding it for a lot of people.
Just end up there for a day.
So now I choose when I'm cutting it off. It's usually an old white woman. I'm not lying. And you can tell the age of the woman by the blue veins of the titties. You can count the veins on a tree.
That's fair.
And you're like, all right, there's 9 veins. She's in her 90s.
One every 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, yep, this is an 87-year-old. Yeah, it's blue is 10, and then the greens is 1.
Oh,
so you that's 87 years old. That's an 87-year-old lady by the veins. I'm gonna close this door. I feel like she held somebody back. So I'll usually do that. I'll be assertive in that way.
It's probably good to keep them guessing. They've had too many doors open for them.
That right?
Yeah. That lady's been around long enough where she's fought for people to stop holding the door.
Yeah.
And then fight to hold them again.
I think you got to find the most optimistic looking one. Slam the door and then see if they find a window. You know what I mean? Isn't that what they do? A window opens every time a door closes?
A door closes,
I forget what their rules are. That optimistic bullshit.
You know, the restaurants used to have the locks on the doors that you could get to, or even those push locks that you could actually. That's my buddy's favorite trick: to walk in a restaurant and then lock the door, and then go get seated and sit down and watch people hold up on the door outside. Until
Slade, we know what your goal is this year.
What is it?
To be positive.
Absolutely, more positive. That's all I'm after.
I don't know if we can take much more.
You've been reading
everything. No, we want you positive in everything.
You've been reading my journal.
Spirit, COVID.
I don't think I can catch it, homie.
I don't think you are the most invincible motherfucker.
I'm not kidding. I think I've tried.
Yeah.
I was like, there was a stretch in there where I was like, let's just
get it
see.
over with.
And I have been on cruise ships, 12 countries.
Yeah.
I don't know how many states. Shows through the entire thing.
Yeah.
Shaking hands, taking pictures, taking photographs, hugging people I haven't seen in a while, sharing. I mean, you pick it. I have done everything you could possibly
have
do.
A guess.
But get spit in the face by a hospital.
I'm going to do this for you because you're making me nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
The wood don't bother
I
me.
think he can't get it. Because, and just answer this for me.
This is not going to be
Did you ever go swimming in a Beaumont Bayou?
Oh, God, I'm full of Beaumont water, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. Those things have nothing. They
You're
can,
invincible.
The inside
you
of my
are
body.
made of chemical. Your fucking veins and blood is all chemicals.
I am full of Beaumont.
Whatever that is.
The flumes. Bro, we used to jump in. I've been in all that water.
I know. It's why you're so toxic.
Absolutely. You're fired.
Yeah, right.
I don't even think I can do
that. Right. You're just fired. Guys, don't show up next week. I'm not kidding.
It'll just be me and Slade.
So
maybe
that's
Sam.
really fucking funny. That is really funny. So welcome.
You got this down
Jerry,
to nothing.
Jerry, what are we doing? Jerry, take a bottle home. Just
we hope to be bringing you CBD Jesus crackers in 2022.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.